Oh wow, That's one way to start it off. that's one. That's that's one way to do it. To accidentally hit the button and have to go straight to your seat. I didn't even. Oh man, can I even adjust the camera? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Oh wow, that's a good. This is what this whole day has been like. All right, and I don't even need this. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. Well, first, prepare yourself, guys. This is Chris. This is Talking Through the Medias. And as you guys come in and join me on this conversation, I want to just encourage you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already become a subscriber already. I am doing this on my phone because well, there's just been so much stuff going on with my computer and whatnot. I finally figured out why I'm having so much difficulties in live streaming. So I decided, you know what, let's just do this on the phone because I like doing stuff live and I haven't done it in a while. And I was like, damn it, do it live. But pretty much it's that day, man. It's so today is my birthday. And if you don't know, now you know. So I just turned 40. So this is the 40-year-old version of me. And it's just like I said, it's just been one of those days. Let me see if I can start this computer here. And it's just been like that all day. I had a good birthday. I got sung happy birthday by the kids. Me and Joy went out and we got some exercise in, so that was cool. But what else happened? And oh yeah, so Robert Meyer Burnett, a guy that I follow on his YouTube channel and on the John Campea show, I reached out to him. I said, hey, because Robert Meyer Burnett, if you don't know, Robert Meyer Burnett talked about something that's very near and dear to me because I had some firsthand experience in it. Now it's about how African Americans are treated with as far as like their hair. Um, and discrimination, things like that. I used to work overseas. Not well, my issues are now long gone, so I'm not worried about it anymore. But just how, in general, how in the movie business that how if a black person, you go into makeup and to get a stylist in there who knows how to manage a black person's hair is rare, and the numbers of that knowledge and that skill set needs to increase as things become more inclusive. And if an actor or actress would say something like, "Hey, excuse me, Mr. Director, but can I suggest that we get a different stylist who understands and knows how to do my hair because she's gonna mess it up. It's not gonna look good on the screen. Trust me, you're gonna get a lot of feedback." And then all of a sudden, that person is what difficult, right? So when I used to work overseas in the military, that was something that used to happen a lot, man, and for a whole bunch of different reasons and a whole bunch of stuff that I can get into about later. But that's not what this show is about. So I reached out to Robert Meyer Burnett and I said, "Hey, I would love to talk about it." And he hollered back at me. And he said, "Yes." So I'm hoping that he's gonna do that. I would love it to be on the Robservation. I would flip out, man. If I could be for him what he is on John's show, that would be awesome. But what are we talking about right now? Amber Heard. So, did you guys see this whole thing that's been going? Oh my God, has been going down. Now, I had the whole thing set up, and I was gonna have the graphics and all that stuff right here. But since I couldn't get it all working properly, and I'm doing this on my phone, I'm just gonna have to read it out. So it was like, exclusive. See how many people believe you. Listening as Amber Heard scoffs at Johnny Depp for claiming he's a domestic violence victim, suggesting courts would take her side because she's a slender woman and nobody's gonna believe you. Now, I listened to that whole thing, and dude, oh my God, the thing that got me the most was it's just that audacity. Like the whole thing with cancel culture by itself is just crazy. The whole problem with people gaming the system and wanting to take advantage of things like that, like this it goes way all the way probably to the beginning of time, maybe ever since the court system probably was invented, right? 9 times out of 10 guys in a situation where all things are said and done and all things are supposed to be 50-50, guys feel like there's a stigma against them, and where that benefit, I guess, where they would take advantage of a nuclear family situation, there's a give and a take. So a lot of guys feel like they're victims, right? They're like, um, women are always, with the whole thing, women are always going to be believed that they're the best person to in a divorce. They probably are the victim. Maybe the guy cheated. Already, there's a whole bunch of stacked things that people are going to walk in the door with their pre assumptions, and that was pretty much what happened with Johnny Depp and whatnot. And but the sad thing about it was, with these audio tapes that are being revealed, she straight up said it. She's like, I know for a fact that people believe women more than they believe guys. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say these things that did not happen the way I'm going to say that they happened. And throughout the whole audio, it's like, what about the times when you hit me? You started the fights and you instigated. It was just like when I was talking about Megyn Kelly. She already forgave herself a long time ago. She doesn't see fault on herself. She wanted to narrow down every little thing that she didn't like about Johnny, and just she already had an excuse already in place for anything that he said about, well, what about that last time when we fought here and there? Oh, you mean that time when you started hitting me and I had to stop you? And she's all like, dude, you're 100 and something pounds, 200 pounds. I'm only a buck 15. You could take a punch and stuff like that. I'm ad libbing a little bit, but that was basically her attitude on it. Like, it doesn't matter that I started the fight. You're a guy, and if I say that we got into a fight, you're going to get in trouble. Doesn't matter if I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to walk in that courtroom and you're going to say you got your butt kicked by a girl? Yeah. My uncle told me that one time. Now, see, the reason why I take a lot of offense and I'm very sensitive about these things is because I went through a divorce, and I went through a period where I'm not going to say that she was I'm not going to get into too many details, but I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to say. Where there was something accused of me that she knew was that either it was just a straight up setup because she knew exactly what was going on, or even if she didn't, she knew that it was not in my nature or my character. And it was okay when it was gaming the system when it was working in her benefit when it was in the beginning. But when the investigation went through, when our divorce was going through, when the investigation came through, and we're talking about like a child protective services kind of situation, and then it turned out it was someone else doing it, and that someone else was somebody that she cared even more about, then it was like, oh, well, no, let's just pull back from the court systems. Let's not go to court anymore. Let's not do this and that. No, 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 no. When you wanted it to be me, you wanted me to be the person. You were ready to lay the hammer down. She would say stuff like, well, let's just let the system play itself out, thinking that she could, get me or get whatever she wanted. But when the system played itself out and it turns out, oh, wait a second, this leads back to your side of the family. What's going on here? She's like, well, let's not time out. Let's stop. Let's just stop. And so I'm like, no, that's not how reality works. So Johnny Depp was saying over and over again, I didn't do these things, and he's losing. He's losing money. We already wrote him off a long time ago. It's like, we don't need another Pirates of the Caribbean. We definitely don't want Johnny on there. He's already been Me Too'd. He's been canceled. He's done. So now these audio tapes have come out, and it's like, where are all the people who are like, hey, Johnny, we're sorry for what we said when we straight up took, somebody else's side over yours. I'm not saying, Bill Burr said it best. He was like, that whole thing with believe women. Now, if I'm in a situation, I'm a cop and I'm taking a statement, my sworn duty is to protect and serve. So hell yeah, I'm taking the statement. Yeah, okay, what happened? Let's go on. You have a sense of, I'm believing you from the beginning, because you're coming in, you're making a report. Hey, I was robbed. Hey, I was assaulted. Hey, I got into a fight. These guys jumped me. Whatever the situation is, I'm here to protect and serve. You're in my office right now. You're at the police station. We're talking. I'm taking the notes. And I'm like, yeah, that's as far as I'll take the believe them first kind of a situation. When they say believe women, well, you know what? I'm going to believe you, any period, man or woman, if you're the one coming into my station and making a report. You got your lawyer right there. You're about to make a statement. I'm going to, okay, let's get the facts and see what you're claiming. And then I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna investigate. We're gonna go out and get the person that if we got them, we're gonna go out and get them. We're gonna talk about this. Now people are gonna defend themselves. They're gonna say, no, I didn't, and that's when this whole trickery thing kind of got into to play. If she had marks on herself or stuff like that, if it all depends on it will never matter who started the fight. If you got it to a point where it's like if she's banged up, then and even if she started the fight, dude, you're in a world of hurt if you didn't if you can't at least if I don't know if you can't just say like dude I walked. Johnny Depp's on these audio recordings seems like the kind of guy, or at least he's trying to let us believe that he's the kind of guy that's like I tried to walk away each and every time. Now I don't know if that's true or not. Usually people get aggressive and they get in those situations. People get passionate. They'll hit the ceiling. The thing I did not like was that when every time Amber Heard was saying stuff like, it shows that you love me when you're willing to hit the ceiling with me. You ready to go crazy with me. Like what? Johnny Depp is like 50 something years old. Like, no, do you know how long I've been successful? No, I'm not doing that with you. Like congratulations, you're an Aquaman now. You're in the DCEU. Congrats. You know how many franchises and you know how many like you know how long I've been doing this? Edward Scissorhands, man. Like I'm not here to play games. No, I'm not going to do that. I just felt like that was the most believable part of it, where he was like, I'm not gonna fucking hit the roof with you just because you say so. That's stupid. Like live a little bit. We got legacies to think about now. He's at a legacy mentality now. He's like, I'm 50 something years old. I've already had my franchises. I want a few more while I'm still have the energy and the ability and the fame to go forward. She's all like, she's like 30 something years old. She just got into her new franchise. She's like, no, let's hit these. Let's come on, let's fight. No, and it just made no sense. It's like, well, I'm gonna tell them you did it. I'm gonna tell them that you didn't. And like, what was I couldn't understand listening to these audios what the end game was. Come back over here and fight with me, or I'm gonna tell everybody you beat me up or something. It was the wildest thing I ever heard, and every excuse that she had for herself on starting a fight, instigating a fight, calling him out for wanting to walk away. Could you imagine if he didn't walk away and just out of nowhere, bam! Oh my God! Could you imagine? I didn't. What would have been your excuse in that moment? I didn't tell you to hit me that hard. What would have been the excuse? I'll tell you what it would have been. Straight to the police station, giving that statement. You knocked me out. And Johnny, you'd have been stupid for, yeah. And I'd have been like, dude. And the majority of people, especially in America, the majority of men, straight up men, would have been like, dude, I don't care how many times she hit you and all that stuff. The second you knocked her down or knocked her out or hit her that hard and whatnot, then the stigma comes from men and women, especially for men. You a punk for hitting her like that and this and that and the other. Well, she hit me. Everything that she was technically saying as those in a threat mode was technically true in a messed up way, especially in the black community. It's like, dude, she hit you so many times. I'm gonna tell you ain't nothing. You ain't shit. Your mama is this, and your daddy ain't in. Your blah blah blah. And the second you go, you can't take it no more. You power up, and then it's like, dude, even your friends will be like, dude, you a punk for that and whatnot. And so having that and you can hear it in her voice. She has that mentality. Maybe she's seen it before. One person instigating the fight, and the second they get what they're asking for, they go into victim mode. It's not right whether it's a man or a woman. I don't care who you are. That's stupid. Now, like imagine me telling my ex or my fiance right now, like, yeah, come on, hit me, and then she picks up something and really shows me, it tears me up, and then I start, and I'm going out there trying to play victim. Yes, she was wrong for doing it, but I was the one who, in a way, asked for it. Men do that stuff too. Men will corner a woman. Men will block a door. Women do this. We all do it. People block doors, block exits, won't let you leave. Um, they all justify it like because I'm willing, like she said, because I'm willing to have this crazy fight with you. I'm the best. I'm the person. I don't know how they justify. Let me see if there's anybody um, saying anything real quick. If you got something to say, just feel free, throw it in there. Hit the like button, but definitely comment and let me know your thoughts on it. But she just seems like that type of person that's like, just like what she said, take her at face value. Because I'm willing to have this crazy ass fight with you, it means I love you more, or something like that. And they believe it. They believe it. I used to think that was true when I was young, in my 20s and stuff. Like, oh man, look at all that passion. Because they're willing, not fighting like that, but because I'm willing to, to show you so much. And then I'm looking at now, I just turned 40 years old. Today's my 40th birthday. I'm looking back at like, stupid. That's stupid. No, I got kids to think about. You got your career. You got all this stuff to worry about. And she's past that age where she should know better too. But he's really past that age. He's almost twice her age. Like, I'm not gonna get stupid with you because you said so. No. And then you heard at the end of, do you remember at the end of the audio? Now I'll get to that in a minute. No, let me go down to these bullet points because real quick, I want to talk about the Daily Mail, and I like the fact that they got bullets on here too. The first one, Amber Heard ridicules Johnny Depp for claiming he is a victim of domestic violence in an explosive tape recording exclusively obtained by the Daily Mail. Okay, so she picks at him, and I don't want to use that word, nag. I think I use that word too much. And he just pokes at him too much, and it just makes me think of people who do that dare you. They'll like put that finger in your head and push you and all that stuff, and I dare you to hit. Like, you can do that physically and you can do that verbally. Like, I know you ain't gonna do anything about this and that and none of it. You a punk if you touch me. Hit me back if you want to. I dare. Like, you can. There's ways to do it verbally, and there's ways to really do it physically, and you can feel it. And even over the phone, as she even without her admitting it, the courts are gonna believe me. You can hear it in her tone. I dare you. I fucking dare you. Like, you can hear it, and it was blood boiling. I couldn't. I give him credit only because I feel it because of all the bull that he was going through, and probably because he knew he was recording. I mean, let's just be honest. Oh, I got you now, because I do the same thing. Keep talking. It's a sting operation. Cops do it all the time. Now, you want these drugs, and you're gonna give me that money, right? Maybe it was a sting operation. Maybe without recordings. Maybe there's a bunch of things that we don't know. Where Johnny was like, "Oh, you too," and you ain't. We don't. Maybe not. But I'll tell you. Let me hold on one second. I got a comment in there. It sounded like she bullied him because she knew the law was behind. Of course. And you know how many people do that? The unexpected geek. You know how many people do that now, and I don't want to just say just women, because for a fact that I do. I've been lied to by a sleazy contract lawyer who tried to scam me and game the system. So it's not just women that do these things. I mean, just trash people, just trash. And that's the word that I'm going to use more on this channel now. Just straight up trash. That just they just know they can get away with it, so they're going to, like you said, game the system, and like I said, you can do it verbally and you can do it physically, and she just seems like the type of person that will do both. Just trash. But so okay, next bulletin. She says, tell the world, Johnny, tell them I Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and see how many people believe or side with you. That part was weird because I mean, even around that time, I mean, Terry Crews recently. I think it was around that same time when this all was going being recorded. And as a black guy, especially a black guy, his build and all that. Do you want to talk to me about brave? Like, dude, him knowing the community that he grew up in, admitted that he was sexually harassed by another man. Like, where we have this ever since the no bullying campaign started and believe women and the Me Too and all that stuff. Hell yeah, that should be for everybody. It shouldn't just be for women. It should be for everybody. So hell yeah, if that's what she's doing, then tell my uncle. He's a police officer. He's running for sheriff in his district, and he told me a long time ago when I was having problems with my ex, because I really had those questions. That stigma was there. Like, what do I do if she's hitting me first? I'm like, we're getting into these arguments. I'm trying to stay verbal, and she's getting physical. He told me straight up, call the police. And we have that mentality that when the police show up, all she's got to do is say he hit me first, and then we're going to jail. And that's what men are afraid of. But my uncle told me straight up, no. There's a lot of power in the fact that you called the police first. So if Johnny would have just called them, I mean, especially you're a celebrity, come on, man. But the whole time, it's like when you're in a situation at work, and it's like office politics, and you're trying to be the bigger person. You're trying to be the nice guy. Don't do that. Don't be the nice guy. You know that they're messing up, and they're not getting their work done. And when you say I'm gonna write you up, write them up. Do it. Don't let them convince you. No, please, no. Because the second you say, and this happened to me too, when I worked overseas, the second you say, okay, I'll give you another chance, now they're all working on how to get rid of you. That's where he made his mistake. When it started getting bad and getting violent and stuff like that, knowing that he has a legacy, knowing that that people are, if he felt that fear, they're not going to believe me, they're going to believe her. He should have called the cops. Dude, you're Johnny Depp. You're Johnny Depp. You're instantly going to have a wave of people supporting you instantly. Especially if you were the one who called first. But for whatever reason you didn't. You're trying to make it work, maybe or not. Or maybe there is some truth to some fights. Like I said, we're only hearing the fights that he recorded in those leaks that are coming out. We don't know every fight that they had. And believe you me, there are way more arguments and fights that were not recorded. So I'm not going to try to paint a picture that Amber Heard is 100% the problem and Johnny Depp is 100% the victim, because there's probably a bunch of arguments that we have not heard that Johnny Depp was probably 100% the asshat about, straight up. So let's not just pretend like he is 100% blamed, because for one thing, that the mistake that he made, the same mistake that I made, being afraid to put yourself out there as a man. And having other men or women out there hear that she hit me first. That whole she hit me first. That men don't like to be in that situation. We just don't. We don't like that. We just don't. I don't like that, man, at all. I do not like being in that situation where you got to go look into another man. Did you ever see that on those old show Cops? How they look all stupid and stuff. They got the wife beater on, like they wearing a wife beater like this, and they got the sit around. Well, officer, man, you're looking crazy. I don't know what the problem was. And she's just, I don't know, man. But and then the woman comes out. She's like 1 foot taller than him. Wait until I get out. How long she getting out? You're like, no, man. I mean, that's a man. That's a man. Heterosexual guy. That's a man's worst nightmare. It's my nightmare, man. My ex was taller than me. I was scared. Could you imagine? You something you're telling the cop. Man, she knocked me out, man. She knocked me out. Men don't want to be exposed like that, and that's probably part of the reason why on the times when she was, showing him how much she loved him, that he didn't want to call the cops. I see. Unexpectedly, you got another comment. Yeah, men don't like looking weak. It's just the truth, and that's part of the mistake that he made. But like I said, this is Hollywood. People already have a preconceived notion of the crazy people in Hollywood anyway. Like, man, it's just Hollywood being Hollywood. So it doesn't matter. Johnny Depp already has a wave of fans. He could have. I mean, he's not. He wouldn't have been the first dude from Hollywood to call on the crazy. She's in there, officer, in the cocaine room. Go get her. It would have been another day in Hollywood, man. I'm telling you, trust me. Especially after that whole thing in Australia. You know when Johnny Depp had his way out, geek. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you when Johnny Depp should have jumped ship. That whole thing when they got in trouble in Australia. That was his out. He was like, damn, I can get away. Let me get out of here because everybody was looking at them like, what the hell, John? You bring in all these animals. What was it like? In customs or something like that? And they were. That was when Johnny Depp should have jumped ship because I'm sure the crazy didn't start after that. It was probably happening way before then. He should have jumped ship then when people weren't liking her because of what they did with that in that airport situation or private plane situation. The other bulletin was Heard adds, "You're bigger and you're stronger. I was 115 pound. I'm a 150-pound woman." 15-pound woman, you're going to get up on the stand, Johnny, and say she started it. Really? Like, yeah, really. That's what you do. I learned the hard way. Don't make a threat. Don't if you're going to do something or if you want to do something, don't tell her that you're going to do it. Or women in the same situation in divorce or in a fight like this, don't tell the other side, man or woman, I don't care. Don't tell them that you're gonna do something, and then you might be persuaded not to do it. If you're gonna tell them you're going to do something, like I'm going to tell the cops this, or I'm going to take you to court, or anything like that, you do it. Or it better have already have been done or in the works. Or tell them it's already happened, it's coming. Don't say I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, because now they're gonna try to convince you to stop. Now they're gonna try to convince you to back off. Now they're gonna try to play the no, baby. You know how guys are. We do it all the time. Come on, baby. Come on, forgive me. Come on, and girls will do it too. Really, really. You're gonna go in court and tell them I whooped your ass. Really, and play the scare tactic game, and then you're gonna back off, and then he or she is going to then get their arsenal together and bring a whole wave of crap down on you, because 9 times out of 10 it's about who gets it out there first. Just like a movie with the same plots. What was that? Olympus Has Fallen, and that other one that nobody cares about that Jamie Foxx did. Olympus Fallen came out first, so that was the better movie. I bet you if the situation would have been reversed, Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum would have had the franchise, but they didn't. So nobody was gonna go see that shit twice. So yeah, it's the same thing in these type of battles. Trust me, I've been through it. And when I made a threat, that shit was already in effect. And I said, I'm gonna take you to this, I'm gonna take you to that, and straight up, right the next day, file for divorce. And my ex even tried to convince me that she had to be the one to file for divorce because it was some I forgot what stupid lie she came up with, but it was really about optics. She did not want it to show that Chris Fagan divorced her. She wanted to show on the record in the state of Texas that she divorced me. Nah. So I'm telling that's another mistake that Johnny made. Hesitation. But it's good that he's getting it out now. Now, will he be compensated? Will all those movements and all those people that came and bombed on him from the get-go come back and apologize? No. Probably not. A lot of people are saying it privately in short outlets and little conversations like we're having right now. Yes, but for the most part, the people where it would matter from, for example, Disney, an executive, somebody up there, straight up now owes them. Now, honestly, I believe now they could definitely. I don't know if they've already started production on the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now, I say if they haven't, they can scrap that and just make it a sequel. I 100% think this is now the time to start apologizing to Johnny Depp. If anything, he's changed the narrative and proven that he is not 100%. He might be 10% at blame, maybe 20%. I won't give him. I'm not going to give anybody a pass because you're afraid to you fed the beast. If you are 100% the victim, Johnny, and you let her get in your head about you're older than her, you're more experienced than her, and you were obviously thinking about legacy. So you should have been smart enough to listen to whoever you confide in, or listen to your gut, and not let her. But at the same time, I can forgive him because maybe he's a sucker for love. Who knows? Because love will make you say and do some stupid stuff. Trust me. But he's gonna have to take it. He's not getting, nobody's getting 100% a pass on me on this one. I never been able to overpower you. There's a jury. There's gonna be a judge. We'll see that there's a very big difference between me and you. The second she said that, I literally like had to pause the video and go, you, and I'm not gonna say the word that I use, but you know what I'm talking about. Because you know that's exactly what he was thinking. Because all these people who game the system and get away with murder, literally, it baffles me, man. And the people who do it viciously, um, and will start a fight and call the cops and say they started it. That kills me. That just kills me. The divorcing couple spoke over the phone in June to July 2016 with her. Why did he sat on these tapes for a long time? Why? Trying to be nice? That's the one thing I'll never understand. Um, their truce crumbled in December 2018 because they had a truce. That's right. When Heard wrote an op-ed saying that she was a victim of it, she tried to further game it. When she realized that there was a little bit of evidence coming out that he might get any sympathy and empathy, especially when people were like, she should be taken off of Aquaman if any of this what he's saying is true. She got scared and she wrote that op-ed, and that's where she messed up. Because I've been in the same situation where I'll have a truce or whatever with Mike when we were going through our drama and whatnot, but the second she crossed the line, and that had no business of being crossed, and it's one thing when you're. I know she's trying to protect her image and all that stuff too, because that seems to be the only thing she was worried about. But the man's image his image was already destroyed and tarnished. But he still, out of love, said, "Fine, if you're gonna be nice now, you've already caused all this havoc on my image. But if you stop right here, then fine. I won't hit you with the boom." And it seemed like he was a man of his word. The second she then went for his image once again, he was like, "That's it. That is it." I mean, he weathered the storm with the whole, when people were slightly believing him and slightly giving him a chance, I feel like the second she started hearing people say, "Take her off of Aquaman," she no longer cared about a truth. She was like, "Well, how can I get more sympathy?" What was that? Wasn't there another dude that did this? Or Jussie Smollett. Where can I find a noose? And who can I hire? Who is the blackest guys I can hire to stand in as a member of the Klan and get my image back? All because the network ain't get. I got what, $5,000 an episode, whatever this is. I've only made $80,000 this week. Oh my God! That is exact to me. Jussie Smollett and Amber Heard are on the same wavelength for the things that they did. And yes, I believe he did it. Yes, I believe Jussie straight up orchestrated that shit. I don't care what he said. Depp hit her with a $50 million defamation of character suit, saying that she implied he was the abuser, which caused him to lose his prize role as Captain Jack Sparrow. In their legal battles, both accused the other of domestic violence, and the DailyMail.com published a recording of which Heard confessed to hitting Depp. And there's the part where I'm going to end it off with, because the one question that I have on this is all the major players, whether it's the Me Too movement or whoever's in charge of cancel culture or whatever the hell your group is, I don't care. Everybody comments, and all the keyboard warriors, they gonna do what they're gonna do, and a lot of people, a lot of lower level people who were straight up going for Johnny's throat will be like, "Oh, I can't believe that lied to me," and they'll equally go for her too. But these are the people that it won't matter. The people who in Disney who like let Johnny Depp go, the court system, her lawyer, these are the people, and they need to make public statements. Just like when Disney did it once, and they could do it again. They took that franchise from what's the director of Guardians of the Galaxy? They I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name. They took that franchise away from him based on a tweet that he did years ago, and because there was some politician that had an agenda and wanted to hurt him, they got him off of it, and then they let some time go by and they gave it back to him because they realized, this is stupid, and they gave it right back, and he got more franchises out of it because of James Gunn. The same thing needs to happen to Johnny Depp, and I feel like it will. It's coming. Johnny Depp is going to bounce back real good from this. At least I hope so. With I say give it another year, and once the dust settles, he'll probably be fine with it. Let me know what you guys think about that. I want to get your 2 cents on every little thing that you think will happen, will probably play itself out. Are you one of these guys that think that Amber Heard should lose everything because of what she did? At first I wasn't, but now seeing that, start hearing the recording, like maybe. But at the same time, look, she's already look. I'm I, I don't like change. I like her in Aquaman. One thing doesn't have to do with the other, right? But at the same time, you listen to go to John Campea show. What does he always say when he talks about Chris Brown? I don't care. But let bring up Chris Brown to John Campea, and he'll tell you how any kind of he doesn't wish any kind of new fortune and fame or any kind of prestige to Chris Brown because of what he did. So should we feel the same way about Amber Heard if it comes out 100% that she straight up lied? Should she start getting canceled? Should she start losing franchises? Should she start losing gigs? Will we see her on a television sitcom real soon with a live studio audience, maybe on the CW or something like that? Telling you, it's as fast as you can rise is as hard as you can fall. She'll be on your local, I don't know, station or something, struggling for gigs or something like that. Is that what she deserves, or should we just give Johnny what he is owed, like the James Gunn effect? Just give him back what he lost, and let's keep going the direction that it would have gone if none of this ever happened. Because nobody's ever going to forget any of this stuff, and you never can unring this bell. And I don't wish harm to anybody, but if she's crazy, then she needs to she's probably not going to get as many gigs. Look, she's probably not going to get as many gigs that she would have gotten if none of this happened, or if the truth never would with these audio whatever came out. She's probably have lost anybody that was thinking about working with her before that is probably not going to get her the jobs afterwards. But anybody who has pulled away from Johnny Depp because of it, they need to give him a call. But at the same time, don't expect it too much because optics are everything in Hollywood and people just don't want to get involved with it. But I think moving forward, I feel like his career is going to be just fine. His legacy is probably going to survive this. Men don't like. Men don't like. Could you write anything else? Captain Jack Sparrow deserves justice. Have they already started that production of the new one? I'm gonna stick with this. This is my last point. If they haven't started filming the reboot, stop what you're doing and make it a sequel, and let's get the old band back together and let's rock it out. Let's do it. I'm ready for that. I'll be there to watch it. I didn't like the last couple of Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever. But with this whole Justice for Jack Sparrow thing happening, I feel like now I feel like it'd be a good movement. Maybe that'll be the next thing I talk about afterwards and whatnot. So share this with some people. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for talking with me. I'm sorry again that my computer and all that stuff is just messed up, and I have to do this on my phone. But I'll get that all worked out. I got to get a new computer. Share the word for me, geek, and say, hey, Chris is broke and he needs a little help. Can you chip in $1? And let's see if we can make something happen. Otherwise, I'm going to sell a couple of houses and try to get my stuff together because I don't mind self-funding my stuff. But Appreciate you talking with me, guys. And until next time, hey, I'm gonna try to. It's gonna. I gotta turn it off. I'm probably gonna have to stand up and turn this thing off. So there we go. Oh man, you said something else. Okay, hold on. Wait, no, you didn't. All right, now I'm gonna go. Peace.